I put them on the wrong desktop. No. Okay. Just getting things going. I just need to get my stream link out, and then we should be going. I can't type today. I can't type today at all. Gosh. Okay, well, there we go. Now we should be live and we should be rolling. I didn't even plan doing this today because I have not slept all week. My cat is very sick and there's not much more I can do. She's resting right now. But I don't know what else to do about her. So I've basically just been trying to get her to eat today. She's been getting food down, and it stays down, but she just doesn't want to eat more of it. And it's just a lot. So I figured I would probably try to do some streaming instead for a little while in order to try to get my mind off of things. Because otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here in a loop all day, and that's not going to be fun for anybody. So for the last few weeks I was working on the RC 2014. I printed these little standoffs. I didn't do any streaming when I built the case yesterday. Hi Alice. But I made them at least. Hopefully they're even the right size for the bolts. That'd be nice, you know, if I got that right for the first time. And I didn't. That one's way too tight. Oh no. Yeah. That's too tight. Not impossible. How about the other one? The other one's just fine. So I got one of those wrong. Is the head size fine? Not really. I wonder if these would work if they were socketed, though, instead of the button heads. Let's take a look at a socket head. Like, as far as we can tell, what's going on with Shelby is that she has a really bad respiratory infection. We've been giving her antibiotics, and we have been giving her nose drops, and that's kind of helped, but now she can't smell anything, and so she doesn't want to eat anything either, because she can't smell it. It doesn't smell real. So yeah, that's a bit of a worry. I'm not quite sure what we can do next for her. Right now she's sleeping, so I'm just kind of letting her sleep. What the heck? That just slips. Why does that just slip? What? What size are these things? Did I switch 2 bits around in order on my kit? That sounds like the kind of nonsense I would do. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Let's see if I can grind that out real quick. Everyone who is a tool snob is like, how can you do this to perfectly good tools? Because they're tools. Yeah, it's really, really frustrating. And she's never been a very big cat, but she's also really light now, and that's really frightening. Just none of us know really what to do about it right now. The vet's supposed to call back on Monday, and we're supposed to see what's going. We'll see what next steps are, but the mood's pretty lousy in the house right now. Okay, I better put something on before I just start crying. Let's see here. A little DIFM dot action. Why did I watch Wing Commander last night? The movie's awful. It's an awful, awful film. Oh, I know why I watched it, because it was so awful, it took my mind off of everything else. So it's not that tight. Like, it's a few millimeters out. Let's see if I can get the focus better. Also, I have to admit the V0 does some really nice prints in ABS. Even under magnification, this is really nice. Just look at that. Isn't that pretty? All of those layers all nicely stacked up against each other. It's really nice. Okay, so yeah, I can get the socket in there, and the socket had seats all the way. So that's good. I don't need, what is this, a 10 mil, a 12? This is like way too long of a bolt to do this. Let me know if I should make the bench cam bigger and shrink the microscope view a little bit, because one thing that I got mentioned one of the last times I did a stream was that the bench cam seemed a little bit too small, and it seemed like it might have, some people were thinking, my dad in particular, was thinking that it was an ad. Like, what's this weird person's hands doing there? Dad, those are my hands. Those are Dad. You know what? You've got lots of stuff going on in your life right now. You don't need to worry about that. Yeah, okay. So that should be okay, which means I think that I should be able to put some threaded inserts in here. Let's try making the bench cam a little bit bigger, because I'm going to have to start doing stuff a little bit more out of focus. That grid is really handy. Thank you, grid. Thank you for your service. Thanks, ants. Thanks. I know, well, we're supposed to do soldering today, and I haven't done any soldering yet. I'm getting started. Leave me alone. I've had lots of stuff going on. Okay. Come on. You know, borderline dangerous to watch the camera instead of my fingers when doing that. That is very nice. So the idea is that this part mounts to the maker beam, and this will mount to the RC2014, and this is a 10 mil boss, so that should be more than enough for what we need to do there. Alright, let's get the other ones in there. Maybe I can move that up a little bit, and I completely lost where all my stuff is. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. Sometimes it's almost like I actually know what I'm doing with this stuff. Sometimes. Not all the time, though. So 1, 2, we have 4 more to go. You might wonder why I don't actually like put the threaded insert inside the plastic first. I actually found that that didn't work as well as putting it on the iron with the tweezers first. You let it heat up, and then you press it in. The downside of this method is that you have to be really extraordinarily fast, because even though the melting point of this ABS is like around 240 C, I have the iron cranked up to almost 700. And the reason why is because I'm using high impulse just to heat the insert as quickly as possible, shove it into the plastic, and then let it cool off. If I leave it on there too much, I'll completely ruin the plastic and I will have to reprint it. Whoops, got back here. Also, you'll notice one thing that I tend to do is I use the back of this tweezers to kind of flush the front of the insert. That's much better. I was going to try to take the case apart this week, but I just don't have the energy for it right now. Okay, that's almost too long that I left that in there. Almost, but it worked. There we go. Much better. And poor bench cam is like, where is everything? Yeah, I know. I'm like right by the edge of the table here because I just don't want to deal with it. You know, I just realized there's a nice crosshairs right here. I really should center my cameras to that crosshairs, but I just don't. Okay, one more. And I need one more threaded insert. Oh, you're one of those double-sided ones. You're one of the cheap ones I don't like. Here, let's take a look at it. See the difference? This one's got two sides here, and the other one has a little tiny boss that's like a lot smaller. That little boss makes it a lot easier to locate this one than this one in the hole. So I don't like these ones so much. That's why these ones are cheaper. Hey, I heard you like threaded inserts. You might like building a Voron 3D printer because you can use some threaded inserts while you're threading insert to do some threaded inserts. There we go. All right. So that was one mini project done. We have all of these mounting posts for the RC 2014. And they should be able to fit these little socket heads. And I've got lots of these socket heads compared to the button heads. So I'd much rather use these. Plus it would discourage me from trying to disassemble this part from the case because it will be a different socket head size compared to the buttons. Alright, that's good enough for that. That was that little project. And that is really all I wanted to do for that project, because the main attraction here today was that I was going to do a soldering kit. So someone on my Fediverse instance actually suggested this particular kit, so I figured, you know what, why not? It's only $8. I think that I have the budget for that. Maybe. With all the vet trips lately, I'm not sure. That's been really hard too, just trying to pay for the vet trips and grocery trips and car rentals and everything. That chip really wants to run away. What are you doing there? Don't you want to hang out with the rest of your friends? Okay, well, whatever. Oh, jeez, these parts are tiny. What did I get myself into? Oh, no. Oh, these parts are small. Oh, I bet those aren't even soldered on, are they? Oh, no, they're not. Because they're supposed to go over here, quad flat pack. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, what did I get myself into? Oh, no. There's so many. And they just tape these two chips to the back. Oh man. Okay. Did they give us instructions, or is this just like a circuit diagram? Yeah, my Mandarin is non-existent. Well, okay, we're not going to really worry too much about that. Okay, so I see in any 555, there's a timer circuit here. There's, I think this might be 417. Why does that sound familiar? It sounds like a CMOS quad NAND? No. It's taking a clock. Resets clock gen ground. Is this like a serial encoder? Okay, I need to find out. I don't know what it is. The back might even tell me. It's in Mandarin. Oh, well, okay, we'll speak the universal language, which is part numbers, because that's all we've got right now, guys. We've got part numbers. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, also I'm stuffed up. I'm as stuffed up as my cat. Maybe I should be taking her medicine. Oh, okay. A decade counter with decoded output. That makes sense. Like if you're going to do something with a bunch of blinking lights, you can do worse than just driving them from a clock chip and then driving them through a decoder just to drive all these LEDs. There's even some action over here. What's the quad flat packs do? They don't do anything, do they? They don't do anything. They're just practice. Yeah. They're not wired up to anything. See? Interesting. So, like, it almost looks like they're, like, some of them are, like, wired up around this end, but when you look at it, like, there's nothing. Like, you can put power into it and it just basically goes around a circle, and this quad flat pack doesn't do anything. I mean, it's a soldering kit, so yeah, of course it's not going to do anything. Really, this part is the actual it does something part. This is just all practice. You know, I wonder if they did that intentionally so that you could actually, like, screw up on this side and then actually do the real work on this side so you feel like you're not going to screw it up so badly. It might be that. Yeah, and I have no idea. There's 2 whole people watching. Wow, that's a lot for me. Anything else? There's a bunch of resistors, a bunch of LEDs, some transistors. Like, yeah, there's just not much in there. So these quad flat packs don't really do anything. And they did give us the chips for this one and this one, it looks like. So they gave us everything. Okay. Now, there are 4 regular 4148 diodes in here, but they gave us just a ton more. Just a ton. Which is good, because obviously you're probably just going to be screwing all of this up. I mean, that's what we're here for. Just a second, I need to have something to drink. You know, I wonder if both my cat and myself are having the same cases of allergies right now. Maybe that would be why we're both stuffed up. Okay, I also got some soldering paste. Lead-free solder paste, too. Do not eat. Oh, but I really wanna. Do not. I also did get a new soldering tip, but look at this, it's bent. Oh wait, it's supposed to be bent. I bought the bent one. I was hoping that maybe one of these tips might actually work in the Hako, and we can actually use the Hako instead of the pine sol for everything, you know, just for once. Okay, so we have our Wonder Way No Clean Lead-Free Solder Paste. Melting point is 138. Avoid high temperature. Interesting. I think that might be cool enough, the Hako now, to remove the tip and try replacing it. Yeah, it's a little toasty, but like it's not smelling like chicken when I actually leave my finger on there, so it's probably fine. Just set that aside and hope that it doesn't set the bench on fire. And we'll try this other tip. Alright. Before we actually try the solder paste, let's try using the new soldering tip on this. Just zoom right in there for a bit. Guess who forgot to turn on the air filter? It was me. Oh, okay. We got a little nice little dot there. That's working a lot better than the other ones were. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, jeez, this package is so tiny. What kind of masochist designs surface mount components? Oh, okay. Oh, jeez, that is so small. And it's kind of stuck to the end of my tweezers. That's a new and interesting experience. Well, it's stuck to the board. I wouldn't call that good, though. It's so small it barely even shows up on the microscope. Oh, jeez. So that was how you would do that with just a regular soldering iron. And you can do it. It's pretty well stuck to the board now. And that little hook-shaped adapter helped, but man, that was an adventure. Okay. So now we can try a different bit of kit to do this. Let's roll the regular solder back out of the way. Yes, lass, it's the fun kit. This is your fault. Let's try one of these little plastic ones. Okay, how do I get this? Do not sample the frosting. It is solder paste. You will die. So now we're going to try the solder paste method, because I have never tried this before in my life. Is this tip even open? No. Oh, so it's a bit like a tube of bathroom caulking. Okay. Okay. There. Now it has a very tiny hole in it. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be a lot messier. Oh, okay. What did I get myself into? Oh dear. Okay. Now let's get the part in there. And let's also turn on the air. I bet the real problem with this one is going to be preventing it from, like, blowing around. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow, that is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. It just sucked it right onto the board. Oh, wow. Oh, that was neat. Let's do more. I bet I need to use more of this than I'm thinking I need to use. Like, it's easy to just be stingy with it, but I think you actually have to do more. Than I'm giving it credit for, I think. Also, I didn't bother to do any kind of flexing or cleanup here. I don't think we need this. Let's turn that off. It's really, really getting to me. Well, that one really wanted to just be on my hand temporarily. Oh, these parts are so small. God. It's not going to win any awards, but wow. I think those are, like, thoroughly bonded to the board. This thing's angle is wrong. What's with that? It's, like, way over here, and I need it to be more down here. There we go. Of course, now it's going to be, like, right in the reflection path of the, So yeah, all of those look okay. They're on the board. They're not pretty, but they're on the board. The one that looks the nicest is actually, probably this one right here, the last one. Well, let's keep going. We have, I mean, we're here to practice, so let's practice. Oh wow, yeah, that's just, that band is like right in the middle of the camera field now. Oh man, that sucks. Let's see if I can tweak it again. Of course, now you're, where are you pointing? Way down here now. Oh boy. Is there any place in here where it's gonna be, like, comfortable? I guess that'll work. Maybe I should just zoom out so that everyone can see everything. Thrill as I do terrible camera work. Oh well, this isn't my job. I wish I could sleep because, geez, this thing with my cat is still bothering me. Ooh, that one That one felt like I got a little bit better. Just the amount of flow there. Oh, oh no, one of the diodes is trying to escape. Oh, don't bring out the heat yet. You still have one unpopulated component. That's going to be a huge mistake if I do that without thinking. Let's see how good we can get one of these crooked ones in. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. That one's really nice too. This one feels like it's got good fillets on each side. More LEDs. What's in this one? Resistors. Not sure what those are. Those are really tiny. Jeez. More LEDs. Resistors. Transistors. um, how are these real? So oh, oh no. Can't quite make out all the parts on all of these. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3 on this side and 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and we have 7 left. So obviously they want us to use them all. Oh, that one's just a mess. Oh, I have it backwards. Like this side of the board doesn't matter so much because it's just non-functional from what I can tell. These parts are so small. Oh, that one came out. That one was indeed a hot mess. Oh, it's stuck to the board now. How would I have fixed that? I think I would have gotten a Q-tip. I don't have any down here. That's probably a mistake. Well, we've done all the diodes on the non-functional side, so I guess it's time to do them on the functional side. Now I see why people use solder masks. Or rather, those little templates. This is where I'm going to lose all the parts. I'm going to like sneeze or something, and that's when I'm going to lose them all. SMT is why you should be very, very nice to any of those people who like doing those tiny little house kits. Because, jeez. Yeah. Whoop. Oh no. Oh no. That one just popped right off at the worst angle. Oh. Let's see if I can... Yeah, okay. Did that actually work? Did I actually just, like, trust the surface tension to just yank that part down on the board? Yeah, it did. Pretty good fillet on all of them. That's the last one. First one here is not great. I can reheat it, but I don't think it needs it. Oh, it did. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Wow, this is really, really different. It's the same, but it's a different feel from regular soldering. Just like, jeez. Everything's so tiny and everything requires you to not like breathe on it. Alright, what do we got here? This is our decade counter, so we don't want to put that on there. Let's put on this wayward chip, which is obviously either like a spare or a failed pack or something. Let's try. Do we want to do the chips the little chips first, or do we want to try to do the transistors next? I have a feeling that the chips might be easier than the transistors. Maybe. Well, let's find out. that's a nightmare. Wow. I am just like smearing it all over these pads. I'm doing an awful job of this. Gets all over the pad. Like, it might be okay, but I don't know. You know what? Let's just go for it. This is the first time I've ever done one of these, so the worst that can happen is I will completely snuff it. Alright, so it's on the board, and I only have 2 solder bridges. There's one right here. You can barely see it, but it's right there. And there's another one right here. So, let's see here. How to get rid of that. Where's my soldering blade? I have some somewhere. There it is. This is gonna be such a thing. Not liking that. Doesn't feel accurate enough. I mean, this is why we're doing this. This is practice. It doesn't even have to work in the end, but you know, it'd be awfully nice if it worked. There we go. Pop. See if I can get this other bridge. Jeez. Hand positions are hard. Here we go. Pop. That was a lot better than trying to use the solder braid because these traces are too thin. Now you can see that that has no more bridges. Neither does this side. And it's still on the board. And if I'm not mistaken, neither of these feel like they came undone. Okay. Way too much solder paste. Like, oh geez, that is a really hard thing to do. Let's try that one more time. Paint by very tiny numbers. Now I see why people have those little electronic solder paste dispensers. instances where even a paper towel would be useful. But there are people who are watching this right now going, you don't need to do that. It'll be fine. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. That's why I'm doing this. That and to, you know, forget about my cat for a few minutes. Whew. Okay. Got a minute to come up the temperature. How do we do that time? Did we do any better? So the chip is crooked. However, I think that we actually still snatched success from the jaws of defeat. Because those pins are not cross-welded, and there do not appear to be any bridged connectors. So I think that we kind of succeeded. Like, I bet I could probably try heating up this and then moving it, but that feels very high risk. Yeah. Also, why am I not using my soldering vise here? I have one. Why am I not using it? I'm not sure if I have the gumption to try those quad flatbacks right now. But, like, I probably should. It's just that it's so scary. It's so scary. Because they're just so small. This is the part of the stream where I should just start feeling like a failure, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not even a dog on the internet. I am making a complete and utter disaster of this. That's a mess. Smart person would be like, don't solder that, undo it all and do it all over again. And I'm like, I don't know. Well, I think it's on the board. The pins seem like they're... I think that worked. I think that actually worked. Ugh, that was stressful. How long have we been going anyways? Oh, we're already coming up on an hour. Oh, let's see here. Do I want to do this other one? Probably should. Like, the rest of these almost seem easy by comparison to these little tiny ones. Like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Here's an idea, socket wench. Why don't you actually use two hands to apply the solder paste? What? Two hands? You got two hands, don't you? I'm still making a mess, a right mess of it, though. I'm gonna screw it up right here, aren't I? This is where it all goes to hell. I'm just gonna keep saying that because, you know, it's easier to just think that everything's gonna go to hell. Okay. Oh, jeez. These parts are so tiny. These parts are so small. How can I even with them? And we have a solder bridge. Another solder bridge. Okay, let's try to fix it. I wonder if I can use the hot air station. Oh! Oh, wow. That worked! No more bridge. Bridge is gone. Okay, what about that other side then? Because there's another really obvious bridge right there. You can see it very clearly in the camera. Heat it up. Nope. Didn't get lucky that time. There we go. Pop. Wow, that actually worked. Are all the pins connected? Yeah, all of those look connected. Now the other side. Yeah. Yeah, they're all connected. Even this last one, which looks like it is almost not, but it clearly is. I still want to add like a dab of solder paste to that. That might be a mistake. Well, I think it's connected. Yeah, I think that's connected. Alright, well, if it's connected, it's connected. Hopefully I didn't get the chips too hot when I did all of that nonsense. Woo! That's definitely one way to make your heart race. None of the LEDs are labeled, so I don't think that it matters which ones are used where. They're really tiny though. Let's see here. There are 4 in this one and 8, 12, 15. Oh, this has resistors and diodes. That's interesting. I still haven't tried doing the transistors yet. I should probably do those next. Like there's a bunch of them here that we could try. Once I find out which packet they're in. What the heck are those? It looks like they have like 3 little pins on there. See? That's weird. I wonder what those are. Still haven't found the transistors yet. Did I lose them already? Are they gone? somehow I can't find them now. That's a bit of a problem. How could I have lost those? I didn't even open them yet, so they're still in the strip wherever they are, but I don't know where they went. I mean, these are 333 resistors from what I can tell. And that's going to be basically every diode uses a 333. Those are this weird packet that I've never seen before. It's so weird looking. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. That's gonna drive me nuts because I can't seem to actually. Oh, that's what I just found. There they are. Okay. I thought that was an empty package. That was my fault. I had thought about that. Compared to the ICs, these are so much easier. You can just glob the solder on, you know, for values of glob which are like tweezer size. Small. That is so small. There we go. That is so much easier than trying to use a tiny soldering iron. Wow. Half of the stress with this stuff is just putting the paste on. Because it's so small. And it's so easy to like use too much of this stuff. That's still really cool how it just sucks the component down to the board through surface tension. That's so neat. Probably should consider ending the stream since it's been over an hour. Almost certain that I'll probably go upstairs and see if there's any issues. Check on the cat again. let's do one more transistor and then we'll call it a day. That one was so shoddily put on. Did that pin even make contact? It did. Barely. Well, we've learned a lot. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to call it here. Thanks all.